To quote Nelson Mandela, without language, one cannot talk to people and understand them. One cannot share their hopes and aspirations, grasp their history, appreciate their poetry, or savor their songs. But what is language really? What's the purpose of it? We use language every day, even learning new ones once in a while, and here in the Philippines, it's essential that we learn about the English language aside from our mother tongue. But what is the purpose of it? Some may think that the purpose of learning English is to flex about how smart we are, or speaking it makes us feel bougie and fancy even though we aren't. Kidding aside, the English language is complex. A lot of people find it hard to speak, even, and it's harder to learn about it with all the different rules that we have to follow. I mean, who has the time to memorize all 12 tenses of this language? Who has the patience to know the difference between though and thou, these and this, when and where, your and your? And to be honest, I don't even know if I pronounce them right, but you get my point. And it's not that we have the time, we just have to. As we have mentioned, English is important, essential, absolutely necessary. It's the foundation of communication of the planet. However, we first need to know when the use of the language emerged in the Philippines. Here is a brief history on the emergence of the English language in the country. The Philippines was under colonization of rich countries like Spain for over 300 years. And after the revolution that sparked one of the most important events in the Philippine history, we were then taken under the rule of the Americans in the year 1890s after the Spain sold us to the United States for $20 million after signing the Treaty of Paris. Thus enters the establishment of public schools and free education in the Philippines, where English is the primary language used in teaching. Then a whole array of excellent 21st century writers emerged, like Nick Joaquin, Eddie Tiempo, Paz Marquez Benitez, and Jose Garcia Villa, to name a few. Wink, 21st century literature? Guys, remember? Remember them? Because I do. I definitely do. Wink. With this, another question rises. What is humanities and social science? And frankly, what's the use of English in this field in life? According to the official school page of NYU, humanities and social sciences provide you with a set of skills for a broad range of professional fields, including business, communication, education, law, medicine, politics, and psychology, among others. In its whole, humanities and social sciences is the study of human behavior and the way they react in their environment. Areas include politics, social work, psychology, anthropology, history, and etc. In a nutshell, the main aspect of humanities and social sciences boils down to communication. Now, how would we be able to communicate if we are not proficient in the language that we are using? Remember that when it comes to efficient communication, we must first learn how we could encode or formulate our sentences. Then, be able to know how to deliver properly with tones, emotions, and intentions. Thus, we proceed to learning the process of understanding and comprehending until we reach the phase of being able to successfully share our feedback in order to develop a healthy discourse between two or more people in the conversation. Interpersonal relationship is important in humanities. However, if we think about it, we don't always interact with the same race, nor is humanities scope is your area of living. Dialects differ in different parts of the country. What more the whole world? Not to mention that we are divided even in class, age, gender, and beliefs. how can we ever understand each other at this pace? Okay, before we dwell into another different topic, let's focus internationally. English proficiency is important. Why? Well, as we have said before, English is a universal language of this planet. If you are not proficient, and by the way, being proficient means advancement in skill or knowledge as per trusty Internet Dictionary, Merriam-Webster. Um, uh, anyway, if you are not proficient in something, how would we be able to successfully and efficiently do it? Same goes to the field of humanities in terms of English proficiency. How would we be able to grasp the whole concept of the importance of all branches in HUMSS if we are not able to fully understand it as a whole? If we're bound to communicate with those in the other realm of the world, I'm kidding, okay? I'm kidding. Those from other countries where the fastest way to communicate is in English. How would we connect with them? Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the conclusion where the English proficiency is important to humanities and social sciences because, drumroll please, it is the most commonly used language and medium to communicate with other people. And honestly, it is much easier to learn than any other language because, we use the same alphabet as them. And to be able to make sense out of our conclusion, here is a list as to why English proficiency is important to HUMSS. English proficiency is related to oral communication. Naturally, if we have a full grasp on a language, we won't have any difficulties in using it in verbal communication. And if you're planning to become a politician, lawyer, teacher, and the likes, you are bound to use your proficiency skills and communication skills all together. And in our world, English is a more common language we use anywhere and everywhere, whether it would be in school during our lectures and textbooks, our home using the internet and television, or even outside when talking to other people. So it's definitely a good thing to be proficient in the English language.